Hey everyone, coming to you from my work office on campus instead of my home office. It's so quiet on campus in the summer, prepping for EOP Summer Bridge. So next week we'll meet with 150 incoming freshmen to our campus who are coming from all over. And I work with some graduate students and some other faculty to support their transition from high school to college. So these are all first gen students, first generation, which I am too. So I'm excited. So this is it. I think this will be the last video, and I can't even begin to tell you how much I have enjoyed reading your work this summer. You did such amazing analysis work with the mentor texts and about the authors. Your makes are playful and lovely. It has been an absolute pleasure. So thank you for all. I know a writing intensive course, as I've said, in the summer is not easy. So thanks for taking it on. So your context for this week, I know some of you, I'm going to release this on, right now it's Thursday and you're working on your writing activities. And I'm going to release this tomorrow and it'll be Friday. And I know some of you will be done on Friday or Saturday because you work really fast. So just know that that's okay if you just want to be done early with the course. So you have 3 tasks in this final make cycle. We're going to read the last chapter of the book, chapter 8 and Appendix K. And I'm going to invite you to think about how you might use the suggestions that they have in Appendix K in particular, to think about which of your makes or ideas might you revise. If I had you, normally in a 15-week semester, I'd invite you to take one of your makes and revise it. So since we don't have time in a summer class to do that, I'm going to have you imagine what you would do if you revised one. So that's some of the work we'll do with Chapter 8 and yeah, Appendix K. And then I've assigned you all a resource to look at, mostly a website. All of them are websites, platforms are websites that are the full range of things you might use in your teaching. And we have a shared slide deck again, and I'm going to have you look at the site that I've assigned you. I tried to pick, like if you said you were interested in science or math, then I tried to pick something that was along those lines. So I tried to kind of pair you with something that I actually think would be interesting to you. And then on this shared slide deck, and I have a model on the slide, I'm going to have you give us like some information, like what's here, how can we use it, what are its limitations, perhaps, and if you can, do a screenshot or an image just to make the slides look cooler. And then what I really, really hope you'll do is then you would have like 23 resources that you could use in your teaching. And so I'm hoping you'll bookmark the ones you like, copy and paste them into a Google Doc for yourself to keep later. Keep this slide deck that we're creating so you have it later, because it'll be a ton of resources that I think you could use, especially since so many of you are already in the classroom as like paraprofessionals and things. I think you could use some of the stuff right away. So I'm hoping you'll keep that. So Monday's the last of the chapters. Tuesday is this curated resource. And then before we leave together, Wednesday you'll have nothing specific due, so that you have time to work on the final kind of major assignment, which is a manifesto and reflection on the work that you've done in the course. There's some sort of specific prompts around that manifesto and reflection, so make sure you read it carefully. I'm asking you to read over all your work. Like, you'll do the best job on this essay if you read over your work. And this one is more essay-like than other things that we've done. So you'll read over your work. You'll think about what takeaways you want from this class overall, things you've learned or are thinking about or still puzzling. I'm going to ask you to consider what you would do to revise your writing activity that you're making today, given how it ends up going with your partner. And then you're also going to actually make a bulleted point manifesto. Like, these are the things I believe about the teaching of writing. For me, it would be things like, my manifesto would be, I believe writers should have choice in what they write. I believe that revision and editing are 2 different things and that we have to teach both of those things. I believe that writers should drive the decision-making of what they're writing and that we should stay out of that as much as we can. I believe that writers can only work with 1 or 2 substantive things in feedback when they are revising. You can't work with 8 things someone tells you to revise. And that writing's hard and it takes time. So you'll have a bulleted list that can be as many bullets as you want. Totally up to you. You could have 5, you could have 20. I have a really good example from a former student, Miranda, that I encourage you to read so you get a sense of the scope of this final reflection and manifesto. I also have kind of a recommended page length. I think less than 2.5 pages and you haven't reflected enough, more than 4, you probably aren't picking your favorite things. So it's going to be somewhere in the 3 to 4 page range. So you should push yourself on that. And then the only other thing I'll say about that is it absolutely cannot be late. Like, I can't even stress that enough. I have to wake up Friday morning on the 28th and grade because I am on sabbatical for the fall, and my sabbatical starts at noon on Friday, and I need it. I have a huge writing agenda myself that I have to get started on, and so the summer class is over on Thursday night at midnight, and so I need to wake up Friday and have your drafts, and I'm going to grade and post grades. So thank you and I know some of you, like I said, I'll open this up tomorrow and you'll be done by tomorrow or Saturday. So the other encouragement I would give you is that you could finish up this class this week, because you have to respond to your partner's writing activity by Sunday. You could be done with this class by Sunday or by Monday if that's and not actually have it next week. So know that you have some control here over how quickly you finish. And if you need all the way till next Thursday night, that's great too. But just know that's my hard deadline so that I can get on with my own writing agenda. And again, I'm so grateful for the chance to work with you all. The last thing I'll say is, I'm the Grand Marshal for commencement at Chico State. And so that means that I go to every undergraduate ceremony and I wrangle all the faculty who support that work. And I've done that for, 12 years or something. So if you are, even if you're in the distance ed program, which y'all are awesome, by the way, and you come walk like next spring or the spring after, come find me, because I would love to meet you in person. So let me know if you end up being around for commencement. I won't be here, like I said, in the fall. I'm on sabbatical, but I'll be back in the spring. So I'm also happy to meet with y'all or continue talking about these ideas. And yeah, thanks again. You all rocked it, and I look forward to seeing your final reflections. They'll be really fun to read.